Hello and welcome to Planetbase. After the disaster that was a valiant attempt to colonize Proxima b, the boffins have decided to lower our ambitions and have chosen a planet closer to home to colonize. A bunch of people have been selected and sent to their ultimate doom. Will they colonize the planet? Watch to find out. So, we have selected a particular area on this planet, which, let's be quite honest, is Mars. It's based on Mars. It has a high amount of light and it has a high density atmosphere with a high risk of sandstorms, which sounds like a really pleasant place to visit, to be quite honest. But luckily, it does shield the planet from meteors and solar flares, although with meteors, the risk is low. So there is still a low risk that we may get hit by meteors. The area is north 0%, and we're going to go, sorry, 0 degrees, and west 175. There we go. And we're going to call it a rather generic Mars Colony 1. Should this colony be successful, we can then look to other colonies also based on this planet. So, let us begin. Here come our first colonists onto Mars. I should point out that the aim is to have a quarter of the map base for external structures and the rest of the 3/4 as internal structures, but this may change. I may decide to do half and half. We'll see how it goes though. So out they come, our first colonists on Mars Colony 1, and our 2 robots, which are also out to help as well. So first of all, we do need an oxygen generator, which we'll place over here. And the reason we're doing that first is because we can then put our airlock here, and that comes to the top bit over here. So they're going to start to work with that. While they're working on that, I'm going to create our power and water collectors that we're going to need as well. Now I'm thinking that we need to go rather big first of all. So let's create our first power generator, which we'll put there. And from there we can then create our large solar panel area, which was just waiting for that. There we go. So we've got our solar panel, which will connect there. So they're going to get to work with that, and we do need our water as well. And the reason I'm going big for all of these is because I don't want to have to keep coming back. I want to use the space efficiently. We are going to have to be a bit careful a bit later on when it comes to bioplastic, and because I think it's quite easy to run out of that. But let's connect them together. So we have that together and that together. Fantastic. Right. And then what we can do, all going well, is look to a water tank, which will wait for that first. So our first structures have been created, our water extractor. So let us now put a water tank in. We can place that over here actually as well. And again, we're going to create a large one, simply because it just makes life a little bit easier. So we now have structures in place. These are going to create them. Once that's done, what we do need is a storage facility. Or there, let's go for a biodome first of all. And I'm going for a large one, and the reason for that is because it makes it easy to have everything all in one place. And we're not going to fill it up straight away with everything. I'm going to use, we'll use the space as we get more and more materials. So we'll speed that up for the time being so that they actually get some work done. And we have that in place there as well. Now we will create our main couple of things, which are the dorm and the canteen. Now the canteen I want to be a little bit further, yeah, a little bit further that way. And I want a larger one just there. Let's connect them. And a dorm we can have on the outside, just over here. And we don't need a particularly large one. We can also demolish it should we need to as well. And build a bigger one in its place. And let's remove the tops of all these as well. So our biodome has also been built. Our colony ship is there. Let us build some things that we're going to need, like our, and we're still waiting for that. Okay, so we do need a processing plant. That much is pretty clear. So I will place that there. Connect them together. The processing plant will allow me to process starch into bioplastic, which is necessary through the colony. To use through the colony now. Yeah, that's a biodome, that's that. Okay. So our team are just having food as well, by the looks of it. Then they can get on to work with that. So we've reached survival. One day after landing, our colonists on Mars, Colony 1, are still alive. Good. That's what we want. Now, the next task is to get them working on here. Once this has been done, we can then put on a water fountain. We can put the meals place in there as well, and they can actually eat. We are still waiting for that. Okay. Okay, we've not. Okay, let us recycle that. And what is that? Our dorm. So let us recycle that. This is a main thing. That's what we need the most, the food. And we also have that as well. So now that we've got that in place, that's fine. We can move the dorm back in. The concern initially was simply that we wouldn't have the space or enough metal for that. But now that we have, we can resolve that issue. So the bioplastic can wait. We need that water fountain in pronto. And we need one of them in and a meals generator. So let's go back. We can put the rest of the things in a bit later, but they're the bare essentials. We do need this bioplastic, or the processing plant, which I will place there. We'll connect it up to there in the first instance. And in here, once this has been created, I'll place a couple of beds. Well, I'll place one bed because we only really need one, I think, at the time being, due to the amount of people that we have in the colony. You see some people here asleep on the floor, which is not going to get a very good night's sleep. Yeah, people just sleeping around the area. It's not really ideal. Okay, so when that has been created, we can... Yep, so we can create one of them and one of them. And in here, we will start to look at food. And what I will do is we'll create one lot of wheat, and we'll have this as our wheat area. And we'll have tomatoes over here. Okay, and we'll start off with that as our first things. So our bed's already there. We are working on everything else here. And we're just ultimately waiting for all of this to be ready. Okay, now what we are going to do is create a mine, because we do need some more metal. So the best way, I think, is for us to do it like that. Connect those two together. We'll get the mine ready. That will allow us to create metal. As we already have starch being generated here. So that's creating starch as well as vegetables. And that starch can then be used in our bioplastic processor to create bioplastic. Now we have only got 3 pieces of metal left. So we are going to need someone to create that. We have got now reached self-sufficiency, so now we have all the structures in place to sustain the colony on Mars, Colony 1. Let's continue. And we're still waiting by the looks of things. How is our power doing here? We're doing fine for power, and water is fine as well. Great. So, next. We've got our very large biodome there. And we have metal. Is that being generated? Yep. Metal is also, or ore is coming out as well. And that can go into there. So, our next thing, I think that we should probably look at, it's not that, but I think a lab, or certainly a sick bay actually, it should really be our next item. And that's because when people are injured, when our workers are injured, they need to be treated, which is fairly straightforward, I think. And what we can do here is place this area, which will be our thing that will create our medical packs. So we only have 2 pieces of ore left. So we do need to be a bit more careful now. 9 pieces of bioplastic. But this is being generated, so we're doing fine. Seven pieces there, so we need our bed and we need that there. And meals wise, we're doing pretty well for meals. We've got basic meals, vegetables, meals. So we're doing fine, I think, there. There should be enough for people to eat. And now we have everyone healthy there. My next thoughts. We don't need meat just yet, I don't think. Oh, shit. And somebody's died. Okay, that's going to change our plans slightly. I think we are going to need some more staff. So let us create... we need some more metal first. So we need the extraction there. That is a real shame, that is. Okay. So let's prioritise some work in the mine. We need that ore. That's the main thing. We need some more ore. We're running low. We do need some of that to be done. What we will do, oh, we can't do that just yet, but what we will look at doing is creating a landing pad next. And from the landing pad, we then need to look at getting some more staff in. Being a bit careful about that staffing as well, I think, because we don't want too much staff. Allowing traders to arrive, because we can trade. I mean, some of the things we've got. I mean, we've got 10 medical supplies here, which I don't think we need all of them. And certainly now that we've got the medicinal plants, we can create the factories to create that. So we've got quite a bit of ore now, but we do need that staffing. I think that's quite important. So let us just see. There's a lot of meteors coming actually this way, which is not good. It's not what I want to really be seeing. Medic. Biology. I've got some workers as well. And what I will look at, and the problem is, why has that not been put there? Okay, let's... I don't believe I need an engineer. Yeah, it's operated by a worker, so I'm fine there. So now that we have some more ore, I can take that off. Send some workers to the processing plant to create the, well, refine the ore into metal. And hopefully we can go from there. So we do have meals being created as well, which is good. We have more bioplastic here as well, which is good. Metal is being created. Yep, so let us get some more staff. And we can create this, and we can see some more staff coming that we will need. We do need a lot more workers as well, I think. I think biologists with could probably do with a couple more. So once this is created, we can actually then look to see what we're going to have coming. And I would suggest, because I can't see where our... No, I can't see them. So, oh, and we need our base permissions. Let's keep traders coming actually, because we might want to trade something, but we don't need any medics, we don't need any guards. Actually, we do need... There we go. Get some more workers coming, and we'll be fine. So we are getting some more metal as well from our ore. That's being generated as I speak.